Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 2. And today I'm going to be giving you part 26 of What If Naruto Got a New Bloodline. Remember to get this one to 100 likes as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also go ahead and check out What If Naruto was the next stage of Six Path. I post a new episode on this channel, so go ahead and enjoy that. And also, go ahead and check out Anime King, my main channel. And if this is the first time you're hearing about Anime King, go over there and enjoy the 500 lovely what ifs. And if you do enjoy them, click that red subscribe button and be a part of the Anime King channel. And thank you for all of your help and your support. And also, I'm gonna be posting what if Naruto went missing for 4 years, and what if Naruto was taken by the Raikage. So yeah guys, and if you're new to Anime King 2 and this is the first time you hear my voice, what are you waiting for guys? Go ahead and click that red subscribe button and be a part of the channel. And thank you for all of your help and your support. And comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying and talking back to all of you. So without further ado, let's get straight into this. So last part we left off, Naruto went on a date with Ino. Outside of the village, Hidan and Kakazu were coming after Naruto, as they were in the fire country taking their time, as they went through the monk village and they killed everyone there, and Kakazu took the bounty. And also with Kabuto, Kabuto has spread the virus blood in a small village as it quickly infected some of them, and the villagers kill off each other. As he smiled, as he then went off to tell Orochimaru about his new report. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can switch across to the playlist and check out the other parts for yourself. So let's start this new episode. We currently start this episode with Naruto, as he was training with Kakashi and Yamato, both outside of the village a distance away. Alright, I have my bounty, said Kakazu, with the body of the head monk resting on his shoulder. Fine, now let's go and do the real mission, Hidan grumbled. But none of them noticed that one of the monks was still alive, as he was badly wounded as he was leaping through the building as fast as he could. I must let the village know what happened, he said, as he quickly made it into a room that had a few hawks, as he then pulled out an ink brush and a paper as he quickly wrote down something. As he wrapped it around the hawk feet, now go, let the Hokage know, as the hawk fly off. Suddenly, the door was kicked down. I guess we missed one, said Hidan, as he pulled out his sight, as he rushed at the man. Back at Konoha, Tsunade was currently in her office, as she was rubbing her temple at the amount of paperwork, as Shizune and a girl then burst inside. What is it, said Tsunade, as Tsunade was then handed a note as she read it. Bring me Team 11, now, said Tsunade. At Orochimaru's lair, Orochimaru was sitting down on his throne as he was watching Sasuke, as Sasuke was currently fighting off against Orochimaru's ninjas. Soon enough though, Sasuke got bored as he quickly ran through all of the ninjas as he cut all of them down. Good job, Sasuke, said Orochimaru, as he then looked at a few of his helpers to move the dead bodies. These fools are just weaklings. When will I be able to test my actual strength? Sasuke asks, as Orochimaru then chuckled. Calm down, Sasuke. Soon enough you will be facing off against enemies who are supposed to be the strongest ninja in the world. Soon enough our army will be prepared for our plans to be a success, Orochimaru told him. As Orochimaru chuckled in his mind, soon enough you will be my next body, he thought. He then noticed Kabuto appeared in the room. How are the experiments going, he asked, as Kabuto smiled. We have gained some grounds on our plan, but we still need to perfect it, as Kabuto then motioned for someone to enter the room. As one of the zombies entered the room, and he was wearing the sound uniform. Yes, well, we made a breakthrough for them to be able to use chakra. As the sound zombie then went over to the opposite side of the room, as a scientist then walked in with a dozen normal zombies behind him, that were civilians who were turned into monsters. As Kabuto nodded to the scientists, as the scientists sent the regular zombies against the stone zombie, and the stone zombie was able to rip through all of them without taking any damage, and if he did, they don't actually feel pain. Orochimaru then started to chuckle. Good work, Kabuto, he thought. Soon enough, I will have the perfect army, as he leaned back in the throne. Back at the Hokage's office, Asuma, I called in your team to look into a message that we received from the Fire Temple, Tsunade said, as he looked over at Asuma. Someone attacked the temple? Asuma asked. Yes, 2 strong ninjas attacked the temple, and your team is to go and see if you can stop them, or if the worst have happened, to take care of them. Also, attack to kill, no holding back, and these ninjas are A/S rank due to the message. They are both wearing black cloak with red clothes on them. Work with caution, Tsunade told them. Yes, Hokage, all of them said as they speed off to the village gate and hoping that they could make it in time so they can help. As Tsunade make a mental note to contact Jiraiya about this, as she's worried for Naruto's safety from the Akatsuki. Team 11 took off on their top speed as Asuma was moving so fast that his team had to catch up with him. When the group finally arrived, they looked around, and the worst has happened. Bodies were everywhere as Asuma was gritting his teeth in anger, as Choji and Ino was just looking at the terrible sight as Shikamaru tried to keep himself calm. As they walked through the area, they found a group of younger monks trying to take the bodies to a proper area. Thank God there are some survivors, as the monk then hung his head in shame. That is because we weren't strong enough to fight to protect our home. They sealed us in the temple room with a seal, and it only opened when the chakra ran out, as the monk hung down his head as Asuma walked up to him and put a hand on his shoulder. There is no need for you to be ashamed. They didn't lock you away because you were too weak. They put you guys in there so the temple could live on, Asuma explained, surprising the young monk. If they have gotten all of you, no one will be here to revive the temple and teach its ways. Thank you for letting us realize that, the monk said. But please, you have to find those 2. We can't find the head monk body anywhere to give him a proper burial. I fear that they must have taken him, the monk told them, as Asuma gritted his teeth, knowing about the bounty on his friend's head. Don't worry, we will find them, he told the monk, as their group left the temple grounds. Time skip. This battle was the same as canon, as Asuma was killed by Hidan, as he trapped Asuma in his ritual, as he stabbed himself right through the heart. Asuma Sensei, Ino cried out, as Hidan this time used his sight to stab himself, so the wound was more dangerous. So Asuma didn't even get to say anything, as he bled out on the ground as Ino tried to heal him, as he passed away. As Hidan saw all of this and started to laugh at the team. And the first sacrifice is made, he told them, with a wide smile as he pulled his sight out of his body. Good, you managed to keep the bounty in good condition. Now hurry up and get rid of them, Kakazo ordered to Hidan. Shut the hell up, I have to make sure that the ritual is perfect. As Shikamaru looked over at his team and the situation, we have to retreat, he said. As Ino was about to take up Asuma's body, but thread pierced out of the ground and Ino had to jump back as Shikamaru jumped beside her, as Choji made his arm large and punched away Hidan. Sorry girl, but I can't allow you to take away my paycheck, said Kakazu, as she tried to rush over back to Asuma, but Shikamaru held onto her arm. I know it isn't what we want, but we have to leave his body, or they will kill us all, Shikamaru told her. But as she saw the look on Shikamaru's face, knowing that there was no other way. Oh no, you guys don't, said Hidan, as he was about to chase after them. No, Hidan, stop, said Kakazu. We got the bounty already. Leave them. Hell no, Jashi needs more sacrifice, said Hidan. Yeah, but let's take him for now, and I'll make sure you can have all the sacrifices you want for a while. Fine, said Hidan, as he walked away from the body. Hours later, they made it back at Konoha, seeing that they were tired and they couldn't move that fast. As they went directly to Tsunade and gave their report, as Tsunade gritted her teeth. So, the Akatsuki's finally coming after Naruto, and they are already killing my ninja, she thought angrily. Plus, it didn't help that one of the ninja they killed was one of the top ninjas, and he was related to Sensei. I see, all of you go at the hospital and get yourself checked out. I will let Asuma's loved ones know what happened. And I will send out a recon team to keep an eye on the enemy for now, Tsunade told them. What? Said Ino. We need to make them pay for what they have done, as she wanted revenge on Hidan. Yes, I know, but I can't lose my ninjas because they were focused on revenge. Let us gather information for now, Tsunade said. But understood, Hokage, Shikamaru said, cutting off Ino, as he and his team then exit the room. Shikamaru, why don't you agree with me? We could have got her to send us after him again, Ino complained. Yeah, we can't let that jerk leave after killing Sensei, Choji said as he was furious. I am just as upset as you too, but the Hokage is right. We are all low on chakra, and right now there is nothing we can do. At the training ground, Naruto woke up after 2 hours. He was napping. Ah, my neck, he said, as he slept bad. He had used out so much of his chakra on his training, so he passed out. Well, falling on your head after using too much chakra will make your neck hurt, Kakashi told him. And you couldn't have caught me, or at least moved me somewhere, so I would be resting somewhere comfortable, Naruto asked. Of course not. If I did, how would you learn your lesson? Kakashi said with an eye smile, as Naruto growled a bit. Anyways, now that I finally managed to cut the waterfall, what is the next step? Naruto asked Kakashi. As Kakashi shrugged his shoulders. Well, I don't know, Naruto. Your father was never able to add that element to the Rasengan, so we're just here to watch you. And Yamato is here so you won't go out of control and let it out, Kakashi said in a serious tone. As Naruto just nodded. Alright, do it. As Yamato ran through hand signs and slammed his hand on the ground, and 4 pillars came out of the ground, surrounding Naruto. Okay Naruto, get to work, said Kakashi, as Naruto summoned several clones. A little later, Naruto, take a break, said Kakashi, as Naruto sighed and then stopped. I'll be right back, Naruto said, as he headed into the village to check up on his girls to make sure that they all were fine. As Naruto met up with Shikamaru and the group, as Naruto saw their face. Hey guys, what's wrong? Naruto asked. We just had some bad news, said Shikamaru didn't want to explain it. Well, how about I treat you guys to some calming tea, Naruto said, seeing that he felt a little bit awkward. He doesn't have much experience in comforting people. No thanks, said Shikamaru and Choji instantly. But Ino then answered, Sure Naruto, let's get some tea, she said with a small fake smile. Okay, let's go. As Naruto was wondering what was going on, as both Naruto and Ino went off. So the both of them went to the closest tea stand, as he ordered tea to comfort her. So, what happened? Why are you so upset? Naruto asked, as she put down the cup of tea and went silent for a moment, as she then let out a sigh, as she told Naruto everything, the 2 men in the black and red cloaks, and that Asuma is dead, and about the temple. I am sorry about that, Ino, said Naruto after she finished spoke. He was a good man, and I am sure that he wants you to live on. As Ino then turned and glared at Naruto. So you want me to forget about him and move on? She said. No, said Naruto. I just mean, Ino, he would have wanted you to live your life and not wallow in depression for too long. But it hurts so much, she said. I know it does, but all pain get better in due time. Trust me, I know, Naruto told her, as Naruto got out of his boot and went around her side, as he gave her a hug, as she then started to break down and cry. As, after a long while, she stopped crying, and he turned and looked, she was asleep, as he quickly picked her up bridal style, and decided to bring her home. Finally, said Naruto as he arrived at Ino's house, as he placed her over his shoulder, as he was about to knock but he realized the door was open, so he just went in, as he then placed her on the couch and kissed her on her forehead. Good night, Ino. Hope you feel better, Naruto said, as he then heard a fake cough to the side of him, as Naruto froze immediately, as he slowly turned around and saw Inoichi and his wife glaring at him. I can explain, Naruto said, as he then saw Inoichi hand was going down at his kunai pouch, as Naruto decided to cut his loss, as he ran out of the house, as Inoichi's wife got up and chased after Naruto, as Inoichi went over to his daughter and placed a hand on her head as he started to scan her memories, as he realized that Naruto was only comforting her. Maybe I should go and tell her that, as he heard his wife tearing down the place, running after Naruto. The next day, the news was broke to Kurenai by Shikamaru about what happened to Asuma, as she told Shikamaru that she was pregnant, and that made Shikamaru even more angry, knowing that Asuma won't be able to see his kid, as he told her that he will always be there for her. As Naruto then went off back with his training, as he too wanted to make sure that he get revenge for Asuma and made those Akatsuki's member pay for what they did. As we skip to the Uchiha compound, "Sir, what exactly are we looking for?" a man asks. He was wearing the normal Chunin uniform for Konoha. "We are looking for anything that can help Orochimaru," Kabuto told the man without even looking back, as Kabuto was wearing an unveiled mask and the uniform, so they wouldn't be interrupted. "Now keep looking around and let me know if that eye of yours picked anything up," he ordered the man beside him. The man who was beside him had a Sharingan eye, as Orochimaru got it from Danzo, as Orochimaru mutated the Sharingan eye so they could find any secrets that the compound held. "Yes sir, I won't let you down," the man told him, as he slowly looked at each and every inch of the compound. "And maybe when we find something, Kabuto will tell Orochimaru and I will get a reward. Or better, to be their partners," the man said to himself, as he went through a lot of pain to get this eye, as the mutating part was the worst. As Orochimaru no longer desired to take Sasuke's body, he wants Sasuke to kill his brother and come back to him, and he wants Sasuke to rebuild his clan, and he will give him a lot of strong women with great bloodline, so he will have an endless supply of Uchihas. And Orochimaru now wants to see if there is any other secrets about the Sharingan that he don't know, any specific scrolls. So that is why he sent Kabuto along with the guy with the mutated Sharingan, to see if they need the eye to find out anything. They eventually found a building, as Kabuto found a secret panel, as he destroyed the seal and went under, as the both of them went into a tunnel, as the both of them found a stone that had a lot of jumbled up marks on it. "Can you read this?" Kabuto asked, as the man nodded and started to read out everything, as Kabuto pulled out a scroll and wrote every exact word that the man said, so if there is any hidden meaning behind it, they will find out. "Now, let's go," said Kabuto, as the man nodded and they both headed off. Several hours later, Lord Orochimaru, Kabuto has arrived from his mission. A random sound ninja told Orochimaru as he smirked, as Kabuto and the man came in, and the man told Orochimaru that they found a secret stone which only the Sharingan can read, as Kabuto then handed over the paper to Orochimaru. As Orochimaru took it, "Ah, finally, we have the secrets that we need so we can go on with our plans. Kabuto, get a study so we can work on these jutsus and how to counteract them," Orochimaru told him. "And I think it is wise that we don't let anyone know about these jutsus unless we can counter them," as Orochimaru looked at Kabuto's teammate. As Kabuto smirked. "Wait, what?" the man asked, but before he could say anything else, Kabuto decapitated him with a chakra scalpel as he called in one of the sound ninjas to take the body as Kabuto took the Sharingan. "Soon my plan would proceed. Watch out, Akatsuki, you're first," Orochimaru thought with a smile as he planned on killing each member of the Akatsuki as they were hunting him down when he failed to possess Itachi's body. The next morning, Kabuto was currently in a lab with one of his assistants as a man was screaming out in there. Kabuto then cut the ropes that held the man down on the table as the man then stood up. As Kabuto ordered the man to perform a jutsu, chakra flared around the man, but he couldn't perform any jutsu. "So it's still a problem, but we're getting close," said Kabuto. "Soon Orochimaru's army will be unstoppable." Back at the Hokage Tower, Kakashi was currently standing in Tsunade's office. "So, how is Naruto training going?" "It seems that he's close. His jutsu is gathering wind energy as well. So, that is promising," Kakashi explained. "So I think he will be ready in a few days," he said. "A few days, huh? So just make sure he get it down," said Tsunade. Suddenly, Shikamaru, Ino, and Choji entered the office as they told Tsunade that they want to go after those Akatsuki members, as Tsunade couldn't let them go because she didn't have anyone else to send with them. "I'll do it," said Kakashi, as they all turned to see Kakashi with an eye smile. Tsunade looked at them as she knew that if she say no, they will still try to escape from the village and do it anyway. After a while of thinking, she let out a sigh of defeat as she finally gave up and gave them the go-ahead, as this battle went same like canon, with Kakashi helping out the team and Shikamaru went in off with Hidan, as Ino was currently standing alone as Kakazu allowed his masked creatures to fire a lightning and a wind attack at her as they came at her with incredible speed, as she would have been killed, but luckily enough a wind dome formed around her. "Ah, we made it just in time," said Yamato, as Naruto then appeared in front of Kakazu. A gauntlet on his hand created out of chakra as he slammed his fist into Kakazu's face, sending Kakazu flying away as he crashed through the trees. As Naruto then dissipated the wind dome and grabbed Ino bridal style and jumped back to Kakashi. "You guys okay?" Naruto asked them as they nodded. "We need to go help Shikamaru," said Choji. "Don't worry, I sent Sakura and Sai to go and help him out," said Naruto. "Alright Naruto, let's see how your attack works against him," said Yamato as he looked at Naruto. "Gladly," Naruto said with a smile. Kakazu then came back out of the rubbles as he looked over at Naruto and he smiled. "Well, letting time waste actually benefit me, as it brought me another Jinchuriki." He then attacked them all with his wires as all of them spread out and dodged. Kakazu saw that they were dodging easily as he let the water mass enter his body, as the air mass and the fire mass went in together, creating one two-headed mass. As Kakazu then rushed at Kakashi, as the both of them went into a tight jutsu battle, as Kakashi has to dodge the strings that were coming at him as well as they tried to pierce right through him. Naruto then uses chakra to make chakra pillars as they wrapped around the creature. He fly up in the air, escaping them though before they could wrap around him completely, as Naruto then created 10 shadow clones, as 2 of his shadow clones hold on to his hand and swing him around and throw him up in the air, as Naruto was behind the creature as it let out a fire and a wind. Naruto dodged those as he let out chain from his back and pierced right through the creature. and threw it right down into the ground. As all of the clones then let out chain out of their body as well and wrapped the creature down on the ground. As Naruto held up both hands, two Rasengan forming each. Double giant Rasengan, Naruto shouted as he came down, as he slammed the Rasengan into the creature's mass, destroying them. As Kakazu cursed, as Naruto looked over at him, "You're next," said Naruto. But guys, gonna be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. And remember to go ahead and check out Anime King, as I'm going to be posting what if Naruto was missing for 4 years and what if Naruto was taken by the Raikage. But for now, I'm out of here. Peace.